أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ومن سار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين وبعد. All praises belong to the Almighty Allah. May His peace and blessings be upon the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu his household followers, and all those who follow the path of Allah to the day of judgment. Yet in Asiya nyina bema otufo nyankopon ahmobrahne odefo hen. Sia ni shira ni nasumdwe enka nkomsheni Muhammad sallallahu ifefo na chidifo anyone out mukuta okesiana no asem akosi atemda. Our beloved brothers and sisters would like to deal with a very important subject. Nuanum adofum mane mema ye pese ye twa yani asem pobia edimu papa. And that is the story of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ye pese ye twa yani the Prophet Muhammad is a personality loved by every Muslim. Therefore, it is appropriate at this point in time in the history of Islam to find time and look at the personality of the Prophet. And I'm saying here, say, Sabri you won't Islam song about papa this is coming from the perspective of making an attempt to at least find appropriate answers to some of the unnecessary attacks on the Holy Prophet. So Sans and Hui I pam and they go affiliation. And here say if we say, and then obia bia na na oka asama efata edia encryption. Therefore, this particular segment of the presentation of the personality of the Prophet will focus on his pre-prophethood era. And I'm saying, Sans and Poya Yapim Pambia Buffy said, you perceive a training and share and commissioning and sana nyame everybody commissioning is super and this is important because some of the Muslim historians are of the view that even before he was made a prophet of Islam by Allah at the age of 40 had signs of prophethood in his pre-prophethood era. Muslim for Abakosan for Omtrese say you pay any and commissioning a cheap crack and son nyame everyone in commissioning in Frisia everywhere. See you pay a new hair cheer. Ewo Nabakosama Nabraba boy and son nyame in commissioning. Yebaku and some Cheni Bibra, a chance and pa, send nyame. One prepare and now why in Hodgman so in commissioning. Therefore, this particular tale is looking at the life of the Prophet before the age of 40. In the same way, we will be any entry and commissioning Nabra a boy and son Onya Influencia at Yanaya Yankupong a commission. To start with, it is important to establish that there isn't in the history of man a personality who has been loved and continue to be loved by his followers like the Prophet sallallahu. Me pese me sisudua ekase nipayo abakosem yenyanya obia ne dom adono a obugu su dono ebukosi atemuda etisem komshem so boye abodia nyame eyamso. Indeed, Allah created as a unique personality. In this direction, we have one of the plots of the Holy Prophet ﷺ by the name Hussein bin Thabit. This young man used his poetic powers to describe the Holy Prophet, to defend the Holy Prophet, and to present the message of Islam to mankind. In Kumsheni person, near what a branch of your friend Hussein bin Thabit, I mean some now a devil. What in the catcher, and your joy, what would you feel? What the common Kumsheni, and we are any country. And listen to Hussein bin Thabit exhibiting his poetic powers. Neti Hussein bin Thabit, I am Kupon Muma or the Aman who are missing or dead. And he said, أحسن منك لم ترى قط عيني وأكمل منك لم تلد النساء خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك خلقت كما تشاء. This poetic words uttered by Hussein bin Thabit in his appropriate description of the Prophet is translated as follows. I have never seen anyone more handsome than you, and no one has ever been given birth by a woman as complete as the state in which you are. You have been created without any defect, as if you were created the way you wanted. Hussein bin Thabit, Nasmo Kenny Titian said, Minyam Hungobia Sabi, Nyamya Chena Confenian Munyam, Echepo. Na Obia Sudwa, Oba, and Nisa Awono, Bosomicon, Asabi, Nijana Edibu, Etisam. Nanyamia Boba, Asep, Ephibia. Now, Moyano, Obekase, Sanya Open, and Yamibo. These are the words of Hussein bin Thabit. William some power if Hussein bin Thabit. At this juncture, it is important for us to ask the question, who is and was Muhammad Sallallahu? Baby, every day will see a Timmy Hussein. Now, Muhammad cry on the mind. Verily, he was born into the noblest family in Arabia. Nyankopon am young commissioning but talk Busia, Sal Busiano, the Nimonyam, as a child be idea. That family was headed by Abdul Muttalib. Sal Busiano, not Abdul Muttalib, and a. And if you want to know the status of Abdul Muttalib, then we need to state that he was the custodian of the Kaaba. So Upa said, the Pesia who Abdul Muttalib Jabra, Yan Kai said, Wanona na Kaaba Safwa Ekutan. His authority was so superb. Tumia Wadukura and women said, Ubianibi. If he spoke, people listened with rapt attention. His words of wisdom and honesty were duly obeyed. What can someone who be in tears? Even though the man was an idol worshiper, Abdul Muttalib was not a Muslim. This was before Islam. But Abdul Muttalib had the faith, a level of the faith of Abraham in him. At least he believed in the existence of the Almighty God. And one said that Abdul Muttalib was Muslim, Nan so na Jidie Kakra, and take the story of the Kaaba when the king of Yemen by the name Abraham decided to destroy the Kaaba. His only problem was that the Kaaba had become the center of attraction in the whole Arabian Peninsula. And therefore, he wanted that attention to be diverted to Yemen. through the destruction of the Kaaba, he thought he could achieve that objective. Now, Yemen, or he be a friend Abraham. Now, Makkah, assassin, if you from Kaaba, and now, what Arabia Mamma, who be a person with Dibia, na Oba. Like Abraham, a nothing said. Sakabe, I was some sailor. Now, near man, I'm not for Bahabe, and I stated earlier that Abdul Muttalib was the custodian of the Kaaba. Machim said, Abdul Muttalib one of them had cows. Even though he was an idol worshiper, he knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the heaven and the earth and man. And one said Abdul Muttalib, when Susun needed, then nobody said, Yakupon, and also Niasas, and therefore listen to his response when he was informed that Abraham and his men had directed themselves towards the Kaaba, of course to destroy it. The Yentie Emwaya Abdul Muttalib and the man for Obobona man said, Abraham and name Natanyafo and Romania Kaaba. Abdul Muttalib said, if they were coming to take my camels, my horses, and any of my properties, I would have actually prepared myself to face them. Was it said, me Abdul Muttalib, me Yoma, enemy Ponko, enemy Japati, and Abraham, in the Crawford, and the Fatia, and Kamepwa, and the war, and the fish. By incident, according to him, that particular house has an owner, and I quote him in Arabic language. He said, Inna lil bayti rabban sayahmid. That house has an owner, and he will appropriately take care of it. Was he said, this story is in the Holy Quran, appropriately recounted in the chapter of the elephant. Sa Abakosewe, Ayadia Esiye, na Abdul Muttalib, Emwaya Wademaya, the Tintin in Tiawan said, was he said, if you will, they will run, and therefore, when Abraham and his people descended on Makkah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent birds with pebbles in their beaks to destroy Abraham and his army. And I'm saying to go to for Abraham, Nila Sojafo, you want to hear car, Yakupon, and a Sojafo, our young woman, and a poor educator, and Yakupon she was. It was into this family of Abdul Muttalib that Muhammad was born. So if you are and when you see a move, and you won't go to when the mother conceived of the prophet within the first 6 months, and Koshani said it was missing, the father passed away. Therefore, the mother delivered the prophet Muhammad and did not have a father. If you remember the war, that would need papa. The first thing that was done by the people of Makkah was to visit the newborn baby. And they are Makkah for any kind of year in the same. Of course, they had come to see who is this newborn baby that had come into that family. Said, I will fry our food. What am I? Incidentally, from among the visitors to the household of the prophet was a Jew. One, this man collapsed after seeing the prophet. And when he was revived and was asked, why did you collapse? And he said, لقد انقطعت الرسالة السماوية عن بني إسرائيل. Abraham, bema wo yeju ni. O besra komshi. Ba ko no yeju ni. Na ni bo komshi ni so a, e no gu ifo ya sense you gu so na ni so tete and was the say say na day and I said when supreme no twahi was in no kure and come sha never Israel for so and to a track. The question then is, what did this man see? After all, anybody, what was the sign that was with him that he saw and prompted his going into court? And then, and another question is what? And my baby who ya in tea or toe. According to him, the Jew taught him. He saw the sign of the finality of prophet between his two shoulders. Was it brown comption? And so said, a damn comption in a betting in the quantity a chance the cheap and comption in the other. As that the latter in time when he became the prophet of Islam, Salman al-Farisi was there and inquired from the Christian monk. Who do I go to for religious instruction? Salman al-Farisi, the Pusab, Christian suffers a man, Namiko. Now, what shall I say? For me, Medina. When the Christian monk instructed Salman al-Farisi to visit the Prophet later in time, one of the things he mentioned as one of the signs or some of the signs or prophet associated with the Prophet Muhammad was the sign of the seed of prophet, which lied just right behind his back between the two shoulders. A Christian monk catcher Salman al-Farisi said, and never a shell in son, so we ain't good. They said the chi ham, sign be that was in the chi and good in and maybe. Indeed, we are not talking about the story of Salman, but this is just a small digression we have to bring into focus. Let us continue with the main story. Indeed, when the Prophet was born, he was named by Abdul Muttalib Muhammad. Incidentally, that was the first time a newborn baby was being called Muhammad. And therefore the people of Makkah asked Abdul Muttalib, where did you get this name from? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abdul Muttalib said, "Matuni Muhammad." Maka Fubu said, "They did with it over for free." Listen to his answer. Abdul Muttalib said, "Inni sammaytuhu Muhammadan hatta yuhmada fi as-sama'i wal ard." That I've named him Muhammad so that he will be praised up there and on the earth. Was my money did Muhammad say a surho you better come from a focus you better come from. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appropriately instructed in this particular direction. And Allah says in the Holy Quran, Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. But verily Allah and his angels are praying for the Prophet out there, and therefore believers on earth, you should also pray for the Prophet. Utumfo nyankopon ase wɔn nyame ne asɔrofo ɔbɔ mpae ɛwɔ soro hɔ ɛma nkɔmhyɛni na mo nso a mowɔ asase so mo nso mommɔ mpae ɛfa ma nkɔmhyɛni. Indeed, as I stated earlier, sɛnea mede nkakan Abdul Muttalib said, I had named him Muhammad so that he will be praised up there and down here. Abdul Muttalib said, my man did Muhammad say you become from also and from, and it is indeed happening. Na esinso nikusu esi nikusi atomana. There was a particular custom among Arabs in Mecca. Now Arabic for ewo amanye bi ewo ho ewo Mecca. A new baby was born, the child had to be breastfed by a different woman. Na amanye ni se ti ewo akwara fufuru bia e wo se oba fufuru e na man nufusu. In fact, the scientific basis for this practice was that if a child was fed by a different mother, there was the likelihood that he would grow stronger than if the mother had actually breastfed him. Arabic for amani ana wo ho ni se ti ewo akwada na oba fufuru e man nufusu and makorano unyini kama. And therefore, there were women who were professionally trained, or I would call them professionals for this kind of business. Tinia wa mabi wa asabi. Womo juma na se, womo na and everywhere and kwada ya wo foforo na womo akomo nufusu. Incidentally, any woman who would take any child to breastfeed, the woman would have to be sure that the child's father was alive. Akoda bia oba efa no ama no nufusu. Ya na obo modene ebese akoda e papa otipa. The simple reason for this was that the woman will be anticipating and expecting some gifts from the father of the newborn baby. If we say a man yes, if we say Sakurana Papa in common would himself actually sonko and the babanos. So when the women set themselves right, looking for newborn babies to breastfeed, and the May Nantia all pet and Kwadaya won't from Nasabi or Mamomo Nufusian. As I stated here, they were looking for children whose fathers were alive. No more Kwadaya, Yawon from Papa. But as I said earlier, sadly enough, the prophet's father had died. Now the Hussein woman said no kopshi, no papa, no. And therefore when the woman went around looking for newborn babies, the prophet was left untouched. For the simple reason that he didn't have a father. And the marriage in China now won't pay and what I'm going for. Ubia kofa kwada won foforo ani papa wo ho na nkomshini de eja no to baby. And then a woman by the name Halima Sadia. That woman incidentally didn't get any baby to take. Not that it was her wish to go for the prophet, but that's the only option left. Or baby different Halima Sadia. Na ochini ya ono anya kwada bia. Na nyese na ya makoma so asem say but that was the only baby left. And listen to her. What she said. She said, Wallah, لَأَذْهَبَنَّ إِلَى ذَلِكَ الْيَتِيمِ. She said, verily, I'm going to take that orphan. Wasi, make of fat a jankamusa. She didn't have any option. Would need be obeyed. But at the end of this feeling lied a hope. And that hope finds expression in the following words. Ask Allah and yaj'ala lana fihi barakah. Now maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us blessings through him. Now Halimat Sa'diya when you know no say when it does sa man ko fa kwada na sa e bia na nya ko pon e di shira afanso abifia. And listen and ponder on what happened. Si tu huye and some among someone is here. Halimat Sa'diya had taken the prophet to her house. Meanwhile, according to Halimat Sa'diya, her breast and the breast of other women didn't even have enough milk. In their household, their animals didn't have breast milk. The house was too dry. But with the entry of the prophet into that home, according to Halimat Sa'diya, her breast milk became full. And when her husband went to the backyard to check the animals that were there, the camel, the sheep that they were riding, the man, to his astonishment and utter surprise, saw that the animals with breasts had milk overflowing. Now Halimat Sa'diya was it, Mama Fabo free, Ebian and Yakubon, was right. Now I'm on myself here, a Yapakima, what can we? Now what they in Company called fear. Now what chance and Marquas Atam or Ma and Paranufu, no Mufu, Elfo. We may call it lean season. And your prayer says a new food. And one year of but within Company with fear. Halimat Sa'diya said, ne nufunsuo eyema emo anu kunu eye no yoma ene enwan wo so koye won no fo ne de obi anu fusuo etamuta. And you can clearly see wonders on the way coming. We shouldn't forget when you just say that we should not forget the fact that later in time Allah told him, Wallahu ya'asumuka minan nas. Actually, away on commission. Nyankopon akachira say, Wallahu ya'asumuka minan nas. Say Nyankopon obo obai everything. In fact, this divine promise ran through the life of the Prophet right from his infancy. Sa and Hobasonkui and Yakupon. What did Bonkum Shina Hubai? Nearly when you want to share, I shall see everything on a prayer. At the age of 2, breastfeeding had ended. What did you know? None of us you Sabi Aka. So he had to be sent to Halima, to the mother Amina. So there was a Halima and then command man. And then when Halima took the Prophet Sallallahu to the mother, she offered the following advice. Abra Halima Eddie in Kumchini command man. Or when two on body of future some say, Emma, me mommy, Amina. She said, this boy has so much barakah with him, and I fear he will be envied by people and possibly eliminated and killed. Was him so said, a share one for them, as so said, and fellow they look quiet. Now, one for Yama, Moya, the Akosel, Yakuno. Therefore, leave the baby with me for some time. Incidentally, Halima was enjoying the blessings that were coming to the Prophet. So she didn't want to lose those benefits. Halima, who said, I don't go and share one winning, no perceive the call. They are not be free inside. And Amina listened to Halima and said, keep the baby for some time. Now, Halima, as this lady ordered to Amina, then the white man will say, the last straw that broke the camel's back. Brony say, as some see here, Emma, Halima, a young ship, what time could you with the breaker? What the command man? At the age of 4, Jibreel visited the Prophet. The Prophet was just 4 years old and was playing in the midst of his own colleagues, small boys. Everyone could say, I'm a Sembisi. Everyone could say, and now come for Adia or Rankatic Phineas and Phineas Adia. And Yakubu, as much brain, soft, said Uncle Kushi. When Jibreel came, he took the Prophet away to a corner in Makkah and opened his heart. Jibreel time comes in, we didn't call baby, then we'll be in a coma. And the children were watching in amazement. And all that they shouted that the Prophet had been killed. Quran said, but what did Jibreel do? When Jibreel opened his heart, he removed his heart and then cleansed it with Zamzam. And removed a black thing in the heart of the Prophet and said, Hada have the shaitan mink. This is the portion of Satan in you that has been taken out. A black breed. When you go to Yakuma, when the Zanza Monsieur Abahoro, and we hear Aditum to me, a free Nakuma, and was it Bonsam, the Chaffee woman, may hear you. From this day, the Prophet had a mark on his chest indicating the soil or the oppression that was done by Jibreel. From that day, in Kumsham Sasala, a bra Jibreel a pineapple upon. Now, according to Anas bin Malik, actually, no soon. Later in time, there was a young man in the household of the Prophet. even though he wasn't a member of the Holy Prophet's family, but he later became a houseboy or a house help of the Holy Prophet by the name Anas bin Malik. He said, I saw the sign of the sewing on the chest of the Prophet. Anas bin Malik actually, obey Abraham also in Kuchini. Was it? We will say, not we shall Kuchini Boha, not sign, Ahmana Jibril the Pamian, not many mark. After this incident of the opening of the chest of the Prophet, Halima said, it was enough now. You have to go to your mother so that you don't die here in my hands. Meanwhile, Halima didn't know what had happened. She had only been informed that somebody had opened the chest of the Prophet. Halima no ni petitu na obaya obefanguchi. It is born. And she took the Prophet back to the mother. And we didn't command her. At the age of 6, the mother, plus Abdul Muttalib, and Prophet Muhammad at the age of 6, headed towards Medina and had Amina, the mother of the Prophet himself, and Abdul Muttalib headed towards Medina to visit the grave of the Prophet's father. Because at the time of the death of the Prophet's father, Abdullah, the wife promised to visit his grave later in time. And Amina wanted to fulfill that promise. He said, Abraham, Amina said, no one feels and Nemame and Abdul Muttalib at Tamra and in any Medina. So Omokosa and Kushini, ni Papa, ni Great. When they went, and visited the grave of Abdul. Omokosa, baby, yes, Kushini, ni Papa. On their way back, in an area called an Abwad, between Makkah and Medina, the mother of the Prophet Amina fell ill and died. The brother of Shani, one name Amina and Abdul Muttalib, Ekosra and Kopchani, Papa Babi, no, Medina, all back, on the Sabonage. What would do, baby, a flower at Abwad? I will make any Medina and then go pump and then sorry. Get simple from ever talk about it. Amina, Yariabo, and Ufa. You can see clearly at this point in the history of the Prophet, he had become a total orphan. Sister Kumsheni, what beg yet a jaka. His life was totally in the hands of the Almighty Allah. Abdul Muttalib was filled with sadness. Abdul Muttalib miracle. He took this boy back to Makkah, and under his care, Wafankochini ended up Makkah. According to Ibn Hisham, Ibn Hisham has indicated that Abdul Muttalib gave the Prophet total attention. What you said, Abdul Muttalib and Gubshim appropriate and sufficient attention. Now, Abdul Muttalib said, according to Ibn Hisham, Abdul Muttalib had his own children. Abdul Muttalib now over done anyone commission. To the extent, in the evenings, Abdul Muttalib used to sit under the Kaaba. Then his children and grandchildren will come and sit around him. And nobody will dare sit on the mat of Abdul Muttalib. But anytime the Prophet sat on his mat and his other uncles wanted to take him from that mat, that's the mat of Abdul Muttalib, Abdul Muttalib said, no, leave him where he is. Now, Abdul Muttalib not been commissioning as I'm saying. A branching what happened to Kabas. No, but Trasia, then the Bush of Funya become question. Nakata will not Abdul Muttalib Tanas. I could have been Tanas. What was to be a better? Then some commissioning what Tanas. Nasa Abusiano Abdul Muttalib Mangi, I saw more prominent. Catch a woman say, Sakwa Anidi, where so where my corner so happy with that. At the age of 8, Abdul Muttalib passed away. A commissioning didn't fear working. Abdul Muttalib was so. But before Abdul Muttalib died, he called his son Abu Talib. Now, son Abdul Muttalib was friend Abu Talib Sabrah. And entrusted into your hands this offer. Was his day with the nation sack. And Abu Talib also showed that indeed Abdul Rasul was like his son or more. On one of the trips of Abu Talib to Syria for business, when the Prophet was about 12 years old, Abu Talib took him for business in Syria. And continued in Phoebus and Dumian. And Abu Talib was doing business in Syria. And on Fambushi, it didn't. When they were some miles or kilometers away from Syria, they decided to take rest. Now, our back Nanti Yakut Baby, our Akaramu Syria. And obviously, what we do about and then, incidentally, a Christian monk came out to visit the group of Abu Talib. And a Christian means of me. And a Sarah Abu Talib will group. I don't know what. When this Christian monk saw the Prophet, he said, "This is the messenger of the world. This is the one who has been blessed." And then Abu Talib asked him, "Why are you uttering those words?" Every Christian one couldn't bow, I don't know. And what she was saying, and Commissioner will cut to him. Will be a young couple. Then Abu Talib asked him, "Why are you uttering those words?" Now Abu Talib said, "I didn't know who can fight." Then the Christian monk said, "We have information about him in our Bible. We know a lot about him in our Bible." Was it Saturday? And the Christian monk said, "Look at his back. There is a sign of the seal of prophet. Therefore, our humble advice," the Christian monk advising Abu Talib, "that take him back to Makkah. Take him back to Makkah. What's me so? Because if you take him to Syria, and the Jews and the Christians who have read about him see him, something else will happen to this young boy." Was a son of called Makkah? If we said, Jew for the Christian for Makkah kind, no one names are that we are lost. So we didn't go through Syria and shout, maybe ever. Abu Talib lost him and then sent the Prophet back to Makkah. Abu Talib tear a foot away. No, my head in Kopshani as I call Makkah. From this point, another incident which showed the divine care for the Prophet ﷺ, who showed divine care for the Prophet ﷺ, was the fact that on one occasion the Prophet and his colleagues sat behind a bull to listen to the music of prostitutes. A brother comes in this one. One and enough for what a day, I won't continue my sense of you and my own Muslim bonnet able. I According to the account of Ibn Hisham, when they sang, they sat behind the building to listen to music. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused the Prophet to sleep. In other words, even right from his infancy, right through his early childhood stage, right through his late childhood, and right through his youthful period, he enjoyed divine care. Which says, a friend of Quadabrema Ebony, according to Ibn Hisham, at the end of 20, he started rearing sheep. In Kubshini, every 20 years, no chance, he said, 1 year. Amen. But at the age of 25, he came to meet the lady called Khadija. And when Kubshini did 25 years, and when Khadija, and then, what actually prompted that meeting? How did he meet Khadija? Khadija was a businesswoman who was giving monies out to people to travel to Syria and do business with them. So for example, if Mr. A was sent with the money of Khadija, if the person came back, Khadija will share the profit or give some percentage of the profit to the person. And then the prophet was recommended to Khadija to enter into this kind of business with the prophet. Now Khadija was one member of Syria. Percentage but when she invited the prophet and gave the prophet money to travel to Syria and do business, she asked one of her houseboys, Muyassara, to go with the prophet. And when the young man accompanied the prophet, he saw wonderful things. He saw humility. He saw truthfulness. He saw sincerity. And he saw dedication to work. Ebra Brantie Khadija Oman Komsheniska and Oma Nakoda one in a team. I just said Khadija Moskasa will be a one, no the park and also and no bad nanti. And what they are Brantie different Muyasa, what they can commission. Now Brantie in Komsheni Koi and on Masuma Kohuni, Amobrasia, Subampa, and Nidia, and Dog. Said young queer and your tribe. And above all, wonderful prophets. The prophet came back with prophets Khadija had never heard of. A girl comes in the body and for swore by him, Khadija Kurawan Tibida. Then Khadija was overwhelmed. Khadija, I am Mama, will bleed you. Then Khadija spoke to Nafisa. Khadija had a friend by the name Nafisa. Oh, if this young man would marry me, I would definitely marry him. What's it said? Khadija born enough Nafisa. Abranti, friend Muhammad, dear one Yamami. Meanwhile, the rich, the elderly, the men of status in Makkah, each and everyone was running after Khadija. Now a member could afford a sitaphone when for a Khadija also see that. Then Nafisa went and whispered into the ears of the prophet that Khadija was interested in him. Now Nafisa, uncle, out of what will go from Koromoto, or where Mokaka, and the children commission said, Oba, the nature. Of course, the prophet informed his uncles, who proceeded through the uncles of Khadija to ask her hand for marriage. Then Kumsheni Musasala, Echo one of Anwana, Nanu of Anamuso, and me, Khadija of Anum, Echo D and Komo, and now Yakubadaro, Avalia, Ayala. From this point in time, the prophet had become the true husband of Khadija, and Khadija had become his wife. If we sabri Khadija, Abi Kumsheni. The question then is, the woman was 14 years, the prophet was 25, 15 years difference. You can imagine was 25, the woman was 40. It means the Prophet was not running after the world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had actually prepared him to be supported by this woman in his prophetic times. At the age of 35, very soon I'll bring this presentation to a close. At the age of 35, there was the reconstruction of the Kaaba. Everyone comes in 35 years. No, we had said Kaaba, almost in the The reason why they decided to rebuild it was the fact that the construction that was there at the time was a construction from the time of Abraham, which was very rocky. The more might be said, what will see Kaaba from the same. And then I know what that if Abraham tells and one another. Now I put down the rocks. Yeah, they had in Suat Tonso. Now drains had also eaten part of the building. So the whole of Makkah, Quraysh decided to reconstruct the Kaaba. The Qurayshians said there was a Kaaba. One of the key conditions for the reconstruction of the Kaaba was that they were only ready to accept halal money. Quraysh say, Kaaba is yes, haram. So families, tribes all contribute. Then, according to Abu Umayyah bin al-Mughira, according to Abu Umayyah bin al-Mughira, when all the tribes had contributed towards the construction of the Kaaba, a big problem was handed on their necks. Where do we fix? Who is going to fix the black stone? When the black stone ever check maybe also I am the one. Then they all agreed at that point in time that any person who will enter the Kaaba first, who will come from outside and enter the mosque first, will be asked to do that. And they all agreed. And then the Prophet entered. And when he entered, they all shouted, Hada al-Amin, that this is the most trustworthy person among us. So the Prophet, Abraham, what was he done with? I felt in Jinwaba, a bottom to point, and then the Prophet said, and she said, and he said, any power will run a selection if you tell me, I say, well, no, and the was it, man, and the Prophet, everywhere. Oh, we have seen tribes in India say, no, couldn't even win Beverly and the day more yen to say, and what the Prophet did was that he got a piece of cloth and invited the heads of all the tribes, and each held part of the cloth, and he placed the black stone in the middle. So he asked all of them to raise it to the segment where it was going to be fixed. So when the families, all the family heads raised it there, he took it and fixed it there, indicating that everybody had taken part in fixing the blacks. Abraham and Kupsheni, Yadi said, Makesi Shansa, and no pentuma, and no flow with you, Kumina, will be our dama, so will be on son to money, more the black stone you 250, no picture, or be a so near the Kobia, Ocean, and Kupsheni town, and on the shell. From this point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had copiously blessed him. Nyankopon Eshran Eshra Amon said ultimate for when you baby koto. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had prepared him socially, psychologically, mentally for a big task ahead. And from this point in time, he started to meditate in one era. If we start time you kono, if you are sending the child, and Kupsheni Shasia, so we best say break over here. No more killing Yakubon. And the Prophet, at the age of 40, was blessed by the Creator with the Prophet. The Kupsheni being fisher again. Yakubon as much brain, and managing conscience and brain. We'll continue with the story in our next segment of this presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. and command your veterans. But your love for the Prophet should increase by the time you finish listening to this thing. Your love for the Prophet you should feel more protected and more enhanced. When it does so sad, what about woman coaching? We will take women if you ever come. Or not, any attack on him is an attack on Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. Yamisha and Kamunya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
مثل ما أوتي رسل الله الله أعلم حيث يجعل رسالته سيصيب الذين أجرموا صغار عند الله وعذاب شديد بما كانوا يمكرون فمن يرد الله أن يهديه يشرح صدره للإسلام ومن يرد أن يضله يجعل صدره